You have Connor Hicks to our left. Hounds will go right to left in your radio dial here in period number 1, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 101.3 FM on your radio dial. The OHL live package and all points near and far and everywhere in between. This is game 1, first of 2 here on SR Center Ice. And the opening draw on your Thursday will go to the grounds as Spears helps win it back, and Connor Timmins moves it to the left side. White onto the wing. Kachuk over and across now to Timmins. Rolled away from him. Grounds possession on the far side boards, and trying to knock that out of midair was Metamora, Michigan product Jack Kapaka. That puck fired towards a goal. It'll hop up and out. And now to neutral territory. The overage D-man Alex Peters dumps it in. It comes all the way around behind the ground goal. Hounds in the midst of a change in front of the... And will remain scoreless right here. In Sault Ste. Marie puck. Oh, down into the corner, now to the left of Villalta. White will leave it there, and Morgan Frost picks it up. Moves it to the right side. Shots are 5-0 Grounds on the Pro Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac shot clock. That one's headed for the stands. McIntyre going to be sprung on a breakaway. Bobby McIntyre in, backhand denied. Thereby Hicks down low with a man trailing and trying to hinder that overage forward. Still deep in the zone. Out in front. Comes around to the right of Hicks. To the far circle. Colton White was trying to go. McIntyre into the dot, to the net, feet across. Comes back left point. Timmins couldn't step around his man. And Flint barrels up the right side now through neutral territory. CJ Clark high over the head of the ground defense. And Colton White stands to the right of his goal, moves it out in front. Hounds place it back, and now will come forward. But what a chance. Best of the night for either side by Bobby McIntyre.
No question about it. Barrett Hayden sent him right in all alone. He tried to go 5-hole, open up the pads of Hicks, but to no avail. He made the stop.
Nice breakaway attempt. And a low stop here in a scoreless hockey game. Hounds leading. The shot count 6-0 on the Pro Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac shot clock. Peters, the captain, over to the right side. Pad stop there. First shot on by Smerrick. As that went off the pad of Villalta. Another one quickly to the goal, and he kicks that aside as well. McIntyre fired it on the Pro Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac shot clock. Knocked off McIntyre's stick. He'll put a shoulder in Hakim Nielsen. But to the left of the ground goal. White puts it onto the corner. Now banked up the boards. McIntyre fired it across. White skating out of his own zone. Over center, the London Ontario product rips it around the Flint zone. Half wall, McIntyre down to the corner. Trying again. That's a second good bounce. And that is coming out of the corner there to the right of the goal of Hicks. Grounds D. Get in between their two men and take down Camano in the process and seal him away from getting to the ground goal. Hallowell backhand up the right side. Puck put deep down to the left of the Flint goal. Verbeek tied up by Gordiev. There to the left of the goal. Backhand to the left point for the Grounds. Timmins right side to some open ice. Borman shot along the ice, not going to get to the goal. And Flint, thanks to Jalen Schmerich, will dump it down and behind Villalta. Place it to his left. Timmins, right wing side. Nice exit for the Grounds. D to Borman. He'll chip it along the right wall. Now have them beat the foot race there to the left side. A bump gets the ground possession. Back to the point. Boren moved it. Went to go to his left deep partner, but that was a change. And because of it, we got a 3-on-2 the other way. Right wing side. Collins, bottom of the circle. Puck flips high over top the goal of Villalta. And the Grounds get possession right back. 10:50 to go here in period 1. Scoreless. Here in Sault Ste. Marie. Borman. Pass to the left side, off of Flint's stick, off the glove hand. Had to contend there with Henderson, and now Peters' pass picked off at center ice. Morgan Frost, the man to pick it off, moves it to the left side. Sinishin tried to go bottom of the circle. Now can he win the puck battle back? Sherwood, no look, just shovels it to the far wing. And then a chip from the Flint side of center. There by Colella goes down to the left of the goal of Villalta. Back to the point. Schmerich driving in, bouncing puck. Went off a Greyhound and Math. Tight quarters there on that opportunity. We got 8:53 to go here in the first period. 1-0 Greyhounds leading. Draw to the right of Villalta. And the puck won back and behind the net. Here's Timmins around his net. Moves it to the left under some pressure. Now that pass goes ahead of Martin.
It was a one-time shot that Hicks, huge left pad save.
Backhand by Calvin Martin. Puts the puck in behind the Flint goal. And Morgan Frost to the right side. Now to the slot. Grounds go to Timmins. Low drive. I think redirected down to the corner, comes out now to Hunter Holmes. And he'll flip the bouncing puck to center, knock through the legs of one Firebird, and Tim Gettinger right back over the Flint line, drops it back to Morgan Frost, trying to stick handle the trailer. Shot again, nice wrister by Colton White. Pressuring and testing Connor Hicks here in the first. Blue line to blue line pass by Flint, just thrown at the net of Matthew Villalta. Tight angle drive goes behind the goal. Hounds win it back and settle things down. 7:25 to go here in the first period. 1-0 Greyhounds leading. Shots are 9-5 Hounds on the Proust Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac shot clock. Timmins around his net. Near side wall, giving up his left, but wide there on Barrett Hayden. Couldn't receive that pass. It's chipped up from the Flint zone, wide to the left of Villalta, and an icing call against the Firebirds will bring us down at the 5:31 mark of the remaining here in this first period of play. Spank, got to give a shout out as always. Loyal listeners from the United Kingdom, Allison and George, already purchased their OHL Live playoff package. They say can't get much better on a Thursday night, better than the TV they at their home that they can offer, and enjoying the Now We Run here in the postseason. Tuning us in here on a Thursday for Game 1.
Is it Thursday morning over there, Jared? It's late at night, but glad to have you guys on board. We love it.
Always late at night for Allison and George, and always love hearing from them. They're cheering the Hounds on to a 2-0 lead from at a distance. Puck to the Flint line. Does it stay in? It does. But it comes out on Sinishin's attempted backhand, and here's Connor Timmins. Over, now to White, out to the middle for Frost. Frost over center, circling with puck possession. Last man back, puts it to the left side. Sinishin stops just immensely here in this first period. And have a 2-0 lead thanks to Hayden Verbeek and Jack Kapaka. Ryan Moore for Flint, backhands it to the side of the ground goal. White puts it to the right wing boards. Mac Hallowell's pass to the middle. Kapaka quick to the right. Return feed to him. Is off his stick and down to the side of the goal. Henderson now for Flint. High up and out, that'll go, but they're going to say hit off someone, so no icing. As it's down to the right of Matthew Villalta. 3:10 to play. Here in the first period. Hallowell. Out. They're going to say it didn't go off the stick. A Greyhound lead at the SR Center in Sioux, Ontario. Thanks for joining us here on your home for Greyhound hockey. As puck comes back, Gordiev's shot. Stop, drop to the left of Villalta. And picking it up and retrieving it for a moment, there was Kapaka, but it's Boris Kachuk now with puck off the goal of Hicks. 30 seconds remaining here in the first. Back at the line. Spears down into the corner. McIntyre trying to go back to him, gets the puck to the point. Colton White spins into the circle. 20 seconds remaining. Down and behind the goal. Penalty to Flint upcoming as White behind the goal. Out front. Misses. Villalta to the bench for the extra attacker. Hounds just fire it away, but they'll get an offensive night of an even strength. The puck is deep in Flint territory. Gettinger couldn't put it back to the line, and now Henderson out to center ice in. Flipped in. Grounds are going to get it. As White to his right side now for Mac Hallowell. Return feed to the London product. White over the line, pushes it, gets it back. In and around the goal of Hicks, gets turned around as he and Peters cross pass. Flint lifts it just out the line. Verbeek between the legs. As Flint, I think, calling for too many men on the ice was Ryan, who had to break this Flint netminder here in period 2. As off the draw, it's lifted up well ahead, though, of the Firebirds, C.J. Clark, and down and back. So Hicks, as of last month, the 20-year-old netminder, and puck out in neutral territory. Grounds caught. Clark in for Flint, left wing side. Tried for the redirection, an active Flint stick as the puck goes to the wing. When these two teams met, overall, Grounds 84.2 in the 68-game regular season series. And let's not forget, a team that pushed the pace with shorthanded goals at 22 to be a matter of fact. In the regular season, they killed off the opening 20 seconds. Here are the Flint man advantage as Moore comes from center. Far side wall. It bounces towards Villalta. And now that's sent across to the far side boards. Delandria into the circle. Look to go to the goal. Moore standing in front. A stick deflected that wide. Comes back to the left point. Sherwood to the half wall. Moore back to the point. Smerrick shot. Stopped by the pad of Villalta. And now Sherwood from the left point to Smerrick. The puck hops on that D-man. You get it. looking, the left shooting D-man into the circle. That wrister by Moore, bouncing behind him. Going to be pressured on the wing by Verbeek, but can't clear the puck. A minute remaining. Hounds to the side of the goal. Nice hands there by Timmins and lifts it up and out. He's going to put the puck to the left of Hicks. Houndley, the first power play of the hockey game here tonight for Flint. First ground, Valter penalty kill. As falling in the corner left of the ground goal is Jacob Collins. He'll get back up, receives the puck, puts it to Henderson. He's going to be stripped. Greyhounds now 3 strong out of the zone. 3-on-2 as Boorman exits the box. McIntyre to Boorman off his stick down to the right of the goal of Hicks. The D-man puts it onto the wall. McIntyre far boards to the goal line. Boorman allowed to work the outside, get the puck to the point. White going to put it down behind the goal. Otto Mäkinen to the right of the Flint net, outnumbered. And there by a pair. Grounds making a change, so nothing wrong with that.
Booze action for just $12, including tax with our Student Rush promotion. Valid student ID is required at time of purchase.
Another good job by the Grounds. Frost toss from the circle, so Sinishyn will take the draw, but lose it there to Moore, and Flint comes around the goal, goes up past him, and as the puck goes down to the ground goal line, Connor Timmins patient before moving the puck far side. Genzer shoveled it behind him, but it goes back to the right. Now left point, Flint. Gordiev drive to the goal, missing. And a chip along the wall, not out. Then past the glove there, Genzer had a chance to clear it more to the goal. Luckily, the stick of Timmins just helped clear it aside. Then a tight angle drive put towards the ground net. Grounds failing to clear at least on 2 occasions because of it. And they're inside their own zone right now. Moore nearly rolled away from him. Goes to Gordiev. Trying to sidestep. One man can't. Everyone standing back as neither Frost or Genzer seem to want to go towards there. Into the zone. Smerek cuts it to the middle. Backhands it on the right side. Collins now to center ice. In over the line. 3-on-3. Puck goes deep. That Flint Firebird first on the puck to the left of Villalta as we move into the second half here of the second period. Playoff game 1 of this best of 7 Western Conference quarterfinal series from a scrum in the corner. Puck goes to David Miller behind the net. He'll circle, come forward. That pass off the left wing, intercepted. Mäkinen now putting pressure on Little John, but Flint pokes it back to their side of center and down and in. And that's going to be Sherwood putting it to the side of the goal. And Villalta's there. He'll hold on and we'll against Moore. And as the puck comes back, it's off the glass. And did it go off the glass? Also, narrow down the officials. I know we do have 1 local and 1 out of town as we move into the postseason. So numbers dwindle, I think, in half, as a matter of fact. Here's Connor Timmins over to the left side, now to White to center. Chips it down to the right of the goal of Hicks. Gets caught up with his man, so a recovery there for Smerek, but not outside the zone. One hand's up the right side. Here's Sherwood to center ice. Pass to the left, going to hop on Moore. Gets all on the wall, and that puck bounces wide to the ground. Goal put back to the point. Smerek in his skates. Now to the half wall far side. Flint getting some pushback here in the second as a wrister by Sherwood wide of the ground. Goal 8:50 to play here in period 2. Grounds a 2 to go here in the second period. Hit on the far wall. Puck no icing as it goes down to the corner there to the left of the goal of Villalta. And behind the net, now to the left. Centering feed, one-handed forward. As Mäkinen to center ice. Chips it down to the right of Hicks. Boris Kachuk trying to bear down on it. And the puck along the far wall now sent down. And there to the right side corner, Sherwood. And behind his own net is past to Gordiev, slightly impeded for a moment by Spears as he tries to hustle, but Flint's long pass at the right wing goes off a skate, and now this is going to be Connor Timmins inside his own zone. 5.5 to play here in the second period. 3-0 Greyhounds. Spears for hockey here tonight. And the puck one down right to the right of Villalta, put onto the near side boards, and in the corner now here's Spears. Can't move it through Dellandrea. Dellandrea putting up a good battle down low before the Grounds come out and put it off to the near side. It's going to go off the skate of Spears and deep down and behind that Flint goal. The Firebirds will have a brief man advantage themselves at the conclusion of the Sherwood minor penalty, but here's his line mate Kalala stepping in on the right side. Down to the goal line. White ties him up deep inside ground territory. Puck up the half wall. Dellandrea 4-on-4 here in Sault Ste. Marie. Puck hops on him, and the Grounds got 3 coming through. Kapaka over the line. through the legs. Boorman's shot wide, comes off the end boards. Kapaka behind the net now for Spears to the right of Hicks. Turns on Busby. Puts it to Kapaka. To the point, Boorman. Lots of room and time. Tried for the redirection. Nice little shot along the ice. Hounds couldn't get another stick on it. Spears scoops it up and comes onto the near side wall. Fires it, no look to the middle. It's put out to center ice, and in 5 seconds, Flint will go to its second power play of the evening. Greyhounds, though, deep in the zone. Poked off a stick. Sherwood out of the box. Moore, poke to him. Spears puts on the brakes slightly. Active stick, recovers nicely. He was out of gas, but the captain gets a stick on it. Point drive, off scored. He's over to the third. Flint with 2 goals in a span of 22 seconds. And the puck onto the far side wall. The visitors up now to Kalala. Spears out into neutral territory. Comes back to White in his own end. And he'll move it across now to the right side. Timmins for the home side. Out of his own zone. Up the right wing. Can't make that pass work. Back in. Adjust in. And White now for the grounds. Left wing side. Kachuk back to him. Shots are 29-13. In favor of the grounds on the Pro Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac shot clock. Colton White inside his zone over to the right side wall. Timmins now for Kachuk, center, high flip. He'll get dumped or trip over shot on goal yet. McIntyre in further ahead. It goes off Barrett Hayton down to the corner. Peters comes around and onto the far side wall. He'll move it out to the middle. That's a high flip. Sent down to the left of Villalta. Charging towards there is Holmes. Those two together. And so Phibbs in behind the net, uncontested now. Dumped down there by Miller. Puck comes near corner. And Colton White turns away from Littlejohn, putting it up to the ground. D-Man, who ended the regular season with 54 assists. His pass in some skates. And then Flint unable. Left wing side, cut to the goal. Morgan Frost will take the face-off against Delandria. And Genger swipes the puck in. To the far side wall. Flint's backhand stopped in neutral territory. Sinishin gonna shovel that in. But the other team, 8:47 left in the second. Toronto 3, New Jersey 1 in NHL action.
I'm not happy, Gary.
Colton White shot. Attempt stopped. He's lost the stick. In now. Drive to the glove side by Clark. 2 Greyhounds leading. Mac Hallowell. In behind the net. Around to the right of Villalta. Down through center. Dumped. Just in. Hit off some sticks. Poked by Kachuk. Can't get around. Nice sidestep job there by Busby to avoid 2 of his teammates. Flip the puck to Moore. Moore back to Busby in the ground line. Trying to knock it away is both Hallowell and White. Hallowell be successful. And the puck bank just outside the line there by the grounds. Kapaka getting in front of it with Sherwood. Hounds over the line. Boris Kachuk to his left. White. Far side shot. Scores! Give and go between Boris Kachuk.
2016-17 Sioux Greyhounds regular season home game. Join Hound Power by purchasing your tickets at the SR Center box office. Online at www.srcenter.ca.
Or by phone at 1-866-775-9422.
High shot over top the ground. Goal as we return to the SR Center in Sault Ste. Marie. As Flint on the man advantage for the 3rd time tonight. 1 for 2 unofficially. As Morgan Frost, the man in the box. Smerrick moves it to the far side. That's teed up. Without a stick is Genger backhand on. And Villalta with the save. Camanos pass goes wide there on Sherwood. And it's center ice. Delandria back in on the near side wall. Down. Centering feet. And it's lifted there by the... In behind the net. And up the far side. That puck banked off the far boards. There's Zach Sinishin to recover it in behind his net. We have a broken stick deep in the ground zone that both sides will have to avoid. Sinishin sends the puck high in the air. It'll be gloved down and put right back. And there to the left of Villalta. Timmins looks over his left shoulder. And in behind the ground goal. That is on the near side. White, who picked up an assist on that Boris Kachuk tally. Frost over to the far side, and I missed something.
That blade was stuck. A broken blade was stuck to that puck as White tried to move it out of his own zone.
There's Connor Timmins. Forward through center for one.
How did he get that flag in here? That's illegal.
Let's not go there. Knocked up and out off his stick. And Frost circling the center ice dot. Stick handles his way to the line, but he can have it stripped away from him. And down into the corner, there to the left of Villalta. It was 7:50 to go here in the third period of play, and a 4-2 Greyhound lead at the Flint line. Sidestep there with the Hounds, and the puck ushered right back into their own zone. And there to the left of Villalta, that puck fired wide on Sherwood. Kalala drops it down, and that'll be knocked. And they're down to the side of the net. Gettinger in behind the net now for Boerman. Gustav Boerman. Draw to the left. David Miller will take the draw for the Greyhounds. And the puck ends up going down onto the near side wall. And here's White. Over now. Up off a stick. Hounds calling for a change. They're going to get to Kapaka. Boris Kachuk and Blake Spears trio out on the ice. That's around the net. Up the right wing side. Spears backhands it down into the corner. And there to the left of that Flint goal. Kapaka down into the corner. It's off the leg. Kachuk around. His shot. Tight angle trying to catch. Hicks coming off the left post. And nearly did. Sherwood over the ground line. Upended. Dropped there by Hallowell. And the fans show their appreciation. Banked. And wins it back. Another draw won by the ground captain, and a chip there by Kachuk out. Puck just outside the ground line. Empty net at the Flint end of the ice. Villalta leaves it. Hounds go up the right wing. It'll come to the middle of the zone, not out. Bounce. Kachuk one-hands it out. Foot race through neutral territory. Wins past the battle. Charge up the right wing. Can't move it across, but he's down in the corner. Boris Kachuk weaving deep. One-man fall. Spear shot, scores.